So for this video, I got quite a few of you to send me questions over on Instagram. So I put up a story and I put the Instagram ask me a question little thing in there. And I just wanted you to ask me some questions that I could answer in this YouTube video, because I've been getting so many messages lately asking me questions about parks, merchandise, where I get certain things, and I can't always reply quick enough and in enough depth. So I thought if I do a video, I can just be like, it's over in this video, or you need that information, click on this video. So then I can just send you wherever, just so that you can find out everything in one go. So that's what this video is going to be. So I'm going to pull up the questions on my phone that I have been asked from that. Also on my phone, pop socket on my new iPhone 8 Plus. Absolutely loved it. I got this one. I absolutely love that design. So the first question, what do you love most about Disney? So what I love most about Disney is it just makes me happy. It's definitely an escape from the real world. It's an escape from reality, and from going there as a child, it's something that I've always like gone back to every year with my family. It's very much a family thing for me, and a time to spend time with my family and really just escape everyday life. Like, I absolutely love it, and to me it is literally, it's just magic. So that is why I love Disney. Who is your favourite character? It would be, from the princesses, it would be Ariel or Princess Belle, and then other than that it would be Elliot from Pete's Dragon. How far in advance do you book your Orlando trips, and who do you book with? And then it cuts it off, but it says, I know you have a holiday, I think it means coming up. So we come back from a trip and then we book again for the next year. We normally book a year in advance. So we went in May this year, we booked a trip straight after for November this year, which we never normally do, so that's like 7 months in advance. And then we've also booked a trip for September next year. So we normally book a trip a year in advance, but we've just booked one 7 months in advance. So that was a new thing for us. And who do you book your trip with? We always pretty much book through BA. We always fly with BA, but in the trip coming up in a few weeks, we are going with TUI. What is the best store for Disney things in Primark? I love everything you post so much. Thanks, Izzy. The best store for Disney things in Primark. So the best ones you're going to get is probably the Marble Arch store or the Tottenham Court Road store. Whenever I'm in London, I tend to go to Marble Arch more because it's just over my way more. I never really go to the Tottenham Court Road one, but I find pretty much everything in the Marble Arch store. So head to the Marble Arch store and you will literally find everything you need. Best places to eat at DLP, and what is a must-do at DLP parks? So best places to eat, I would say Plaza Gardens. It's really good. It's a buffet. You can get everything you need in there. You get dessert, you get refillable drinks. I think it's like €30 per person, so that's one of my favourite places. And Casey's Corner for the hot dogs, because classic. And in the downtown Disney area, or the Disney Village, I like to eat at Annette's Diner. I think they're really reasonably priced. The theming is done so well, so they are like my 3 go-tos. Yeah, so that's a budget, that's a Disney Village, and then that's like a more expensive restaurant. So they're my 3. And a must do at DLP for me would be to do like Pinocchio, Snow White, Peter Pan's Flight, because Peter Pan's Flight in Florida, Orlando, Walt Disney World is always busy. You can never get on it. And they took away Snow White and they took away Pinocchio. So I really like going on those because they're really like nostalgic for me. So, and also another good thing is the Maleficent Under the Castle, which I don't think any other Disney park have. So that's also a must do as well, because that's really impressive. Is there a way we can buy Primark living in the States? All the Disney stuff is so cute. And that's from Helen. No. A lot of people ask me this question. There is like maybe 5 Primarks in the US. I know there's one in Boston. And there's quite a few dotted around. Like, I'm not actually sure 100% where they are. But if you have a look, you'll be able to find them. But other than that, there's no Primark online for us here. You just have to go into store. So the best thing I would say is to get someone to send it over to you from the UK, or someone to send it over from your Primarks. I'm sure your Primarks do the same, but I'm not too sure. But as for the US, then there is nothing unless you get someone to ship it over for you. If you've been to DLP when it's Christmas themed, what are the must-dos and sees? I have actually been to Disneyland Paris at Christmas time. I went in 2016 in November. I saw it all Christmassy. It was absolutely amazing. I think like the best thing to do is just take it all in. Like, take a million pictures of like the castle with all the lights on. They do a tree ceremony. Definitely watch the tree ceremony. Because Father Christmas comes out, that's a must do. And another must do is obviously watching the Christmas parade, because that is so cute. So anything that is like Christmas related, just do that, because obviously you're not going to get that any other time of the year. So parade, Christmas tree lighting, lighting up of the castle before the fireworks in the show. So they're my must-dos for Christmas. Packing for DLP in winter, any tips? Okay, so Disneyland Paris in the winter can get really cold. So I would say take a coat, just take one big coat, and take layers. Just take layers, thermals if you have them. I don't know if everyone like loves Ugg boots, but Ugg boots are a thing for me. I get such cold feet all the time. I'd much prefer to wear Ugg boots. So I'd take a nice pair of like Ugg boots or trainers, but I know someone did go in trainers and their feet were like soaking and freezing. So Ugg boots might not look pretty, but they are worth it when you're doing a lot of walking and it is very cold. And then just, I took like a Disney jumper. Christmas, take your like, if you're going at Christmas time, take Christmas ears and like the Christmas light bulbs. That always makes the characters stop and interact with you in the parade. And yeah, just take warm clothes, I would say. But yeah, a big coat, jumpers, and layer up. Do you have a dream wish to stay in Cinderella's castle suite? Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. That would be the ultimate place to stay and spend a night. Like, I've looked at it on Instagram and I've looked at it over on YouTube. I know the Bucket List family stayed there and I would absolutely love that. I know you have to win a competition or maybe get invited. I don't really know how that happens, but yeah, I would absolutely love it. It looks amazing. Like the bathtub with like the lights and the twinkles in the sky, and just to be able to stay in the Magic Kingdom overnight. Can you even imagine how good that would be? So yes, my answer is yes, 100,000,000% yes. What is your favourite restaurant in Animal Kingdom? So if you've watched my vlogs, you'll know that we eat at Yak and Yeti restaurant. That is my favourite. So they have the Yak and Yeti quick service. Really, really good. So if you can't afford the restaurant sit down or you don't have the time, the quick service is just as good. But if you want to take time out to sit and chill, Yak and Yeti is the one. So that is my favourite go-to in Animal Kingdom. What is your recommendation on budget Disneyland Paris hotels? Right, I've had a lot of questions on this. So in my recent trip in September for my birthday, we stayed in a Disney partner hotel. So over the past year or so, I had stayed in Disney hotels because I had an annual pass. If you have an annual pass, it makes it cheaper. However, we stayed in the Hotel B&B at Disneyland. It is a partner hotel, so it's very similar to Vienna, Dream Castle, Magic Circus, Kyriad, except for the B&B I think is probably the cheapest one. I will leave a link below to the TripAdvisor link for the B&B hotels. You can check out the prices, because I was looking at March midweek, £71 per person for 2 nights including breakfast. When I went last month in September, for me it was £98 for 2 nights including breakfast. What? And I booked it a month before, so we had a quadruple room, so it probably would have been cheaper than that. There was only 2 of us going. It also has a shuttle bus, so I definitely recommend that. I've written a blog post on this as well, so I'll leave the link for the TripAdvisor website so you can check out the prices, and a link to my blog post where I've written all about that hotel. But Disneyland B&B, you're close, you're on site, you can get the free shuttle bus. Dream Castle, Magic Circus, they're all very, very similar in the style of rooms, and you get a free shuttle. So I would definitely recommend any of those partner hotels. But yeah, read my blog post. I've spoken a lot about it down there, and I'll leave a link below down there as well. Do you have plans to visit other Disney parks, Tokyo, Hong Kong, etc.? Yes, I definitely do. The only parks I've visited are Disneyland Paris and obviously Walt Disney World, which I go to every year. As Walt Disney World is like a family trip, we always go together every year. I don't know if they'd actually want to go to any other parks, so it'd have to be me finding other Disney friends to go with. So yeah, I do definitely want to do Tokyo, Hong Kong, Shanghai and California. I want to go to California so badly, but it's just finding the people to come with me. If I had people that were like, yeah, let's go, I would 100% book it. So yeah, I do want to go to those ones in the future. I want to be able to say that I've done all the parks. When is the fuzzy bag and the gold Mickey coming to the US Disney store? So I've had a lot of questions about the fuzzy pink bag and the black one. I've got the baby pink one, you may have seen it on my Instagram. They came out recently at the end of October. So I'm assuming Shop Disney in America should be getting them soon. I would double check and ask them and just see if you are getting them in stock, because I haven't been told if US are getting them. I just know that we have them in the UK. So double check. You can write to them on Facebook and they always reply, or just send them an email and they should be able to let you know about that stock. Okay, so next question has been asked a lot. So, did you have a job before YouTube? What's your day job? I've seen you mention filming, sounds exciting. What's your job outside of everything Disney? What's your job? Loved your Bradley Cooper story you mentioned on here before. What do you do for work? So a lot of you want to know what I do as a job. So first up, the first one was, do you have a job before, what was your job before YouTube? I still have a job, so YouTube isn't my full-time job. It's just something that I do on the side with part of my Instagram. I'm very lucky that I get some great opportunities through Instagram and YouTube to do with Disney, but I still have a normal job, and I do talk about that over my Instagram stories quite a bit. Basically, I'm self-employed, so I do a few different things. I'm a professional makeup artist, so I went to makeup college. I know how to do makeup, I know how to do special effects, wedding makeup, everyday makeup. I can do like I can do blood cuts, I can do prosthetics, wigs, all of that. So I sometimes do makeup for different makeup brands, not too often because I don't really enjoy it that much anymore. I used to work for Estee Lauder and Clarins, but I've tended to move away from that over the last few years. My main job is in film and TV, and what I do is I work on a few TV programs, which are like primetime TV, and I work in the background. So I've managed, like, it's normally a job that you have on the side, but I've managed to make it my full-time job. I work on a programme on the BBC. I work there every single week, pretty much. So I do a lot of supporting artist stuff in the background of those BBC programmes. They're like my main job. And then I get featured jobs, I get auditions for programmes. I can do photo shoots with my job, I can do adverts. It's very varied in what I can do in the film and TV industry. I've done different films. I did a film which was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which was so much fun to film. And then I also am a hostess at like football events and just events in general, but my main job is working in film and TV. It is really cool. Yeah, I did a job with Bradley Cooper quite a few years ago in London, and I was talking about that and how it was like the only time I've ever been starstruck. So yeah, I work with famous people. To me, they're just normal people because I work with them. And that's my day job. I get up at 5:30 most days, I start work at 8 and I get home at 8 o'clock at night. So I do really long days and I travel all over for my job. So some days I can be in London, some days I can be in Oxford, some days I can be Bedfordshire. It's very, very varied in what I do, and I really like that. I never get bored, and that's why I enjoy it, because I get bored quite easily. So I like to go off and film loads of different programs, and I get to meet people of all ages, of all backgrounds, and people that I necessarily wouldn't have spoken to in everyday life or come across in everyday life. That has given me that. So yeah, film and TV is my main job, and then the other bits on the side, and YouTube is also on the side as well. So hopefully that covered everything I do for a job. If you want to know more, then you can ask me some more questions down below in the comments or over on Instagram as well, and I'll try and answer them for you. Did you love Disney before you went to the parks? I think this one was. I went to the parks probably when I was like 4 or 5, so probably don't remember loving Disney before that. So I've always loved Disney because I've always gone to the parks. So I've always loved Disney, I've grown up with Disney. Hey, I'm going to Disneyland Paris in February. Have you any tips for meeting characters? Yes, I do. So there's a few characters that are just out and about. So if you head to the back of Frontierland, you can always normally find the odd character just meeting and greeting. When I went recently in Fantasyland, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, all of 7 of them came out and met. So you can just be wandering around and you can just come across them. Another good tip for meeting characters is the Disneyland Hotel. I do speak about this in my trip report. We had drinks at Cafe Fantasia and characters like kept walking past. You don't necessarily get to meet them, as it were, like you don't get enough time really to take a picture, but you can interact with them if you want to do that, if they are able to stop and talk to you. But my main tip really is just, if you see them at a certain time, make sure you head there for that time so that you're at the beginning and you don't have to wait. We did that with Jessie in Frontierland, it's really good. But most of the time at Disneyland Paris, they're walking around, they're wandering around. You can meet the genie in Adventureland, and he's a really good one to meet because there's just a queue, and you like, sometimes there's a queue, sometimes there's not actually, and you can just jump in and out. So that's just the tips that I have for Disneyland Paris, really. What lipstick do you wear mostly in your videos? So this always changes. So most of the time in my videos, I wear a selection of these lipsticks. So the one I've got on today, I don't know if I've ever worn it before, but it's this one. I got it free at Sephora with my Sephora card. It looks like this, and it is from Bite Beauty, and it's a matte cream lip crayon in the colour Glacier, I think it is. So that's the one I've got on today. I normally wear Pillow Talk by MAC, which is a nudie brown colour. It's my absolute favourite, but they've discontinued it. Or I'll wear, for the red, my Mickey Red one is this one. If I'm wearing the classic mini ears, this will be the red lipstick I wear. It is by MAC and it's a sample and it's called Maria Moriarty. That is my go-to red lipstick. And usually I wear, in videos, the Pillow Talk with this over the top, which is Too Faced Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick. and it's in the colour Melted Sugar. I absolutely love these. And I also wear this MAC one, which came out last Christmas. The packaging is amazing, and it is the colour Holiday Crush, and it's a frosted lipstick, and it's in like a brown colour. I'll show you a bit of this up close. So they are mainly the lip colours that I use at the minute in my YouTube videos. Where is your DLP necklace castle from exactly in the parks? I cannot tell you how many people have asked me about this necklace. So it's this necklace that I'm wearing. It's a little castle, which you can see. I went to Walt Disney World and I couldn't find it anywhere. I literally looked everywhere for it. So you can get it in Disneyland Paris. And where I got it from exactly is in Main Street, in the main shop. So if you're looking down at the castle, it is on the left hand side. You can go in at the top and you can walk all the way through. So it was in there on the stand with all the other jewellery bits. There was mainly gold ones left, but there was a couple of silver ones, and it was €17.99. So it's on Main Street in the big main shop. I think that's the only place I saw it when I was on that trip. Whether they are discontinuing it or not, I'm not sure, but that's where I found it specifically. So that's where you'll be able to find it. So all other questions for that, $17.99 in Disneyland Paris on Main Street in the main shops. I actually can't believe how many people asked me about this. It's amazing, but it is beautiful. I wanted it for so long, so Disneyland Paris is where you'll be able to find this. So I think this question is, can I get a Disney park outfit video please? So many people have asked me to do this. So I do my outfit posts on Instagram, which get really good response from you guys. You absolutely love seeing how I put outfits together and style them. I will try and do a video. I don't think I'll have time before I go to Walt Disney World in November, because that's coming up very soon for me. But when I get back, I can try and do a few outfit posts if you wanted to see them, and how I style things for my trips and what I take on a YouTube video if you want me to. If you also want to see that, comment below and let me know and I'll do that for you. What is your favourite place to shop for Disney stuff? Also, who's your favourite character? So I've already mentioned my favourite character earlier on. My favourite place to shop for Disney stuff is Shop Disney UK, Primark, H&M and Spectrum Collections. What is your favourite piece in your Disney collection merchandise? So I have a few favourite pieces. So jewellery wise, it'll probably be this necklace, which is from Disneyland Paris. Another would be my Cogsworth clock, which is from Disneyland Paris as well. I absolutely love him, along with my Lumiere in the background. They're probably like my favourite pieces of merchandise. I have a lot of the merchandise though, so it's very hard to choose. And probably my new pink fluffy bag that I got from Shop Disney UK, which looks like this. How can that not be one of my favourite pieces? I absolutely love it. So they're probably like my favourite things at the moment. Which is your favourite Disney? Disney World, Disneyland or Disneyland Paris? Well, I've only been to Disney World and Disneyland Paris, so I can't really decide between the California Disney, but Walt Disney World is the best Disney park. It is my home park. It's just magic. It's the best park. I'm sorry, but it is the best park. Paris I never used to like until recently, until I went over the last 2 or 3 years. I used to think it didn't have much magic about it, but it's definitely changed for me over the last few years. It's very magical and holds a lot of special memories for me. So Walt Disney World and then behind Disneyland Paris, but you never know. I think California will probably beat Paris. What time of the year do you love Disney? So probably like April, May, because the weather is quite warm but not too warm like in September where you're absolutely dying. But I'm about to go in November, so you never know, November could be my favourite time, so I'll have to let you know. When can we meet at Disney? Well, if you see me in the parks, obviously I've given a trip announcement, so you definitely know where I'm going. So if you ever see me in the parks, come and say hi. We can get a picture, we can do a little video. But yeah, if you want to meet me in the parks, I don't do specific like meetups or anything like that, or like plan to meet up with people, because most of the time I'm with my friends or my family and I'm trying to like enjoy my holiday with them. So yeah, if you see me, then definitely come over and we can meet and we can have a little chat. Are you staying on resort for your next Walt Disney World trip? I think I'm there when you are. Oh, amazing. So if you're there, come and say hi. But no, I don't stay on resort. I've never stayed on resort in Walt Disney World. I would love to, but we actually have a timeshare in Orlando. So my family have a timeshare. We've had it for 20 years. This year in November will be my 20th trip, so we've had it for 20 years. We always stay there. Basically, it's like a second home to me now. But yeah, if you have any good resorts that you've stayed at Walt Disney World, let me know below. I'd love to hear about them and which ones you think are the best or your favourite ones. Oh, this is a good one. What do you think has been the key to your Instagram Disney success? A few people have asked me this, and honestly I really don't know. I think I love Disney and I think it comes across through my Instagram. I think having YouTube has definitely helped because a lot of you tell me that you've come over from finding me on YouTube and then you've subscribed and followed me on Instagram. So being able to link a YouTube for Disney and Instagram also has helped with Instagram. And also my style posts, they work really well. You guys tend to really enjoy them. That tends to give me a lot of engagement with you guys. So having an eye for Disney's style I think has also really helped. But I think being part of the community is a big thing. So if you're part of the community, you have friends that you meet, you support each other. And I've met many friends at events from being in the community that I am now friends with now in real life. And we support each other. And I think that's what also helps grow and succeed your Instagram, is supporting each other, is shouting each other out throughout Instagram, is supporting each other and showing each other love through Instagram. And I think that's maybe how. But yeah, there's no specific one key to success with Instagram. Instagram is very hard now with the algorithm, and it all depends on what time you post, what sort of content your followers want to see, and whether they're engaged with your Instagram or not. So what could be successful for me might not necessarily be successful to you. But I think I might do a YouTube video on how to grow your Instagram because mine has grown a lot over the last 6 months, so I might do a video on that. What do you think is the best resort and the best free souvenirs? I've never had any free souvenirs, so I don't really know what free souvenirs you can get. I have had magical moments where they've given me like free food or anything like that. But the best resorts, obviously I've never stayed on a resort at Walt Disney World, so I can't really comment on that. But I absolutely love going to the beach and the yacht club. They're like one of my favourites. And yeah, I think that's my favourite one, but I haven't stayed there, so I don't know if it's the best. I'm sure the best is probably like Grand Floridian or the Polynesian, maybe. But I really find that with the Disney hotels, it is very much just a bed in a room. I would think that to stay in like the villas or like be part of like the vacation club where you have a kitchen in your room would probably be the best, because that's what I'm used to when I go to Walt Disney World. Like we always stay in my apartment, and I would think that the best thing to be would be in like one of the apartments with like a kitchen, a few different rooms, so that you have your own space and you're not on top of each other. So that would be like the best for me. So probably having an apartment room at like the beach club, I would love that, or the boardwalk. Either one, they're absolutely amazing. I'm going to Disneyland Paris in April for my birthday. Are there any nice bars there where I can have a wine loudly? Yes, there are. So you can go to Billy Bob's, which is in the Disney Village. Absolutely like vibing. You can go there, they have live music. That's probably like the main place everyone goes. There's the sports bar, but the main place is Billy Bob's. So I would do like dinner somewhere or Buffalo Bills, have a few free drinks at the Buffalo Bills, which is included in your meal plan, and then head to Billy Bob's in Disney Village. So I think that's the only place you can go. Like you can have a wine in the Disney hotel, but not like loudly. I don't know if you mean like have a mad night out, but I like going for a few drinks in the Disneyland hotel as well. But Billy Bob's is probably the place you'd want to go to for a night out. Who's your favourite Disney princess and why? We've established that it's Belle and Ariel, just because I love them, love the films. That's mainly why. What do you do with or how do you store all your Disney items? I don't even know. So I have got a lot more things recently, like Mickey memories. At the minute they're just all in a big bag, so I don't know what to do with them. I need to find somewhere to put them. I don't like to have lots of things out on display or lots of things crowding my room because it makes me feel stressed. A lot of the things are like in my wardrobe. Obviously clothes are all in the wardrobe, bags are all in the wardrobes, and I have this thing in front of me which you see me talking in front of in my Instagram, and it's got like different sections. I put a lot of like Disney bits and bobs in there and out on display, but most of them are just like hidden away really. I think like I feel like I have a lot, but when I think about it I don't. Anything else that's left over is like in the wardrobe, or some of it's up in the loft as well, because your girl doesn't have that much room. Hi Disney Gemma D, I think you're fabulous. Oh, thanks. My question is, have you chosen all the outfits you'll be taking? And I think she means on my next trip because it cut her off. But no, I was about to say yes, but no. I was thinking about it today. I went looking for Disney Christmas stuff today to wear, didn't find anything, so I still need to do that. I'm really bad. I literally packed like the day before. I know I'm taking the necklace around my neck which lights up for Christmas. I am going to be taking just like, you know, quite a few ears, and yeah. I think the weather's really good. The weather's really hot still in Orlando, so I'll be taking shorts. I'll be taking a cute jumper for the evenings, and it's just mainly on my Disney stuff from Primark. Like I'll probably just go to Primark just before I go and buy a load of stuff and just take it. So I haven't actually decided, but you'll be able to see what I take in my vlogs and on my Instagram. How do you get your makeup so perfect? Oh, Sarah, you're so cute. So Like I said, I am a trained makeup artist, so I know how to apply products really well. I know what the best products are to use for my skin. And I will do a video then. I'll do a YouTube tutorial on how I apply my everyday makeup. It really isn't that hard or difficult in what I do. I don't do any contouring like that. I just think that's a waste of time. I don't use any special specific techniques or anything. But I do use Estee Lauder Double Wear, and honestly it's flawless when you put it on. If you get the right brush, you can literally make it look amazing. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, it looks cakey, but that's honestly how I get my makeup to look so flawless, is that foundation. Because I use this brush, which is from Real Techniques. It's an oval brush, like a little round one, and then I also use this one, which is my main go-to, which is from Urban Decay. I don't use the normal tapered brushes because I find that it paints foundation onto your face, which can make your face look very caked. I use these ones and I literally blend in circles. So I blend the foundation out. You can use that with both of them. And you blend the foundation out and it very much gives the whole photoshopped flawless effect. So that is how I make it look perfect, but I will do a video for you and show you. So that was all the questions that I got sent over on the question app on Instagram. Most of my questions on my Instagram direct messages are about this necklace, are about Primark, and I think that's mainly everything. So hopefully I've managed to answer all of your questions that you wanted to know. If you have any more, please leave them below and I would definitely give them a reply when I get a chance. If you don't already follow me over on Instagram, head over to Instagram. It is at DisneyGemmaD. I'll be heading to Walt Disney World soon, so this may be up before or after Walt Disney World, so double check Instagram to see if I'm there or not. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe, because we're nearly at 3,000 subscribers when I'm filming this anyway. So yeah, please subscribe, I'd love to have you. And if you have any more questions, like I said, please leave them down below. Thanks for watching. See you later guys. Bye.